I was already awake when her phone lit up. 2:13 a.m. The room smelled like stale alcohol and cheap cologne, his. The ceiling fan hummed like it was trying to drown out the truth. She stood by the window, back to me, whispering like secrets still had a place here. "Don't excuse him," she said softly, almost pleading with herself. "He turns into someone else when he drinks." I didn't answer. Then I heard it. A sharp intake of breath, the sound of skin meeting skin. Not loud, not dramatic, just final. An hour later, my phone vibrated. "Where are you?" I stared at the screen, feeling nothing. "Packing your things," I typed back. And that was the moment everything stopped pretending. I had known something was wrong long before tonight. You don't live with someone for 6 years without learning the rhythm of their lies, the pauses, the way truth avoids eye contact, the sudden tenderness that arrives right after guilt. She said he was just a coworker, a friend who drank too much, a man who wasn't like that unless alcohol rewired him into a monster. I watched her defend him the way people defend their own reflection. I watched her blame the bottle instead of the hand. The first crack appeared months ago, when she started locking her phone, when she laughed at messages she wouldn't share, when she came home smelling like whiskey and apologies that weren't meant for me. I told myself I was imagining it, because denial is quieter than grief, because believing her was easier than rebuilding myself without her. But tonight stripped away the last excuse. I saw the red mark bloom on her wrist like a confession she couldn't take back. I saw how quickly she minimized it, how practiced she was. He didn't mean it. That's when I realized something far worse than infidelity was happening. She wasn't cheating, she was choosing. I didn't confront her. I smiled. I nodded. I played the role of the man who still believed in her stories. While she slept, I worked. I requested phone records. Not messages, metadata. Patterns don't lie. Late-night calls, long silences, locations that overlapped too often to be coincidence. I checked shared cloud storage she forgot she ever synced. Photos deleted but not erased. Reflections in mirrors. His watch on her nightstand. I never rushed. Rushing is emotional. I needed clean certainty. The final piece came quietly. A forwarded email she meant to delete. A forwarded complaint to HR she never sent. Drafted at 3:47 a.m. Saved, unsent. Incident involving alcohol. Physical contact. Ongoing relationship disclosed. Ongoing. That word sat in my chest like a weight. This wasn't a mistake, it was a system. When the confirmation arrived, it wasn't explosive, just a notification. I read it twice, then once more to make sure my hands didn't shake. I printed everything: dates, times, screenshots, records, a timeline so precise it felt surgical. I placed it on the kitchen table between us the next morning. She was halfway through her coffee when she noticed. Her eyes scanned the pages, her face drained. She didn't cry at first, she laughed. A small, broken sound, the kind people make when reality arrives early. "You went through my things?" she asked. I didn't answer. I just pointed to the line she couldn't argue with, the one that proved he wasn't drunk, the one that showed consistency, planning, choice. Her hands trembled. "He said it didn't matter," she whispered. "He said he loved me." I nodded. "I know," I said. "He said the same thing to his wife." That's when she broke. I didn't yell. I didn't accuse. I told her calmly that I had already spoken to HR, to his wife, to the mutual friends she thought were neutral. I told her her name was no longer protected by silence. I watched realization crawl across her face, slow and devastating. "You ruined everything," she said. "No," I replied. "I stopped pretending it wasn't already ruined." I handed her a suitcase. Not packed, empty. You can decide what version of yourself fits in here, I said, but you're not bringing it back. She tried to touch me. I stepped back. Boundaries are louder than anger. Now the apartment is quiet. Her side of the closet is empty, her toothbrush gone, her absence finally honest. I sit alone with the truth, and it doesn't hurt the way I expected, because betrayal loses its power once it's fully exposed. She blamed alcohol, she blamed love, she blamed weakness. But in the end, what destroyed us wasn't his hand, it was her choice to excuse it. And I no longer carry excuses that aren't mine.